Okay, we are on.
Wonderful.
Got it. Okay, so welcome, Sarah, you're here?
I'm here.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. So we will start the meeting. I have just one little housekeeping thing to do, is that because Angie is not here, would anybody mind doing the minutes? Or recording the minutes, being the secretary? Or I can do it. Anyone? Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just jot down some stuff, okay? So today is Tuesday, July the 5th, 2022. It's start the meeting at 7:08. It is for the Recreation, Health and Wellness Advisory Committee. It is not a special virtual meeting. Oh yes, it is a special virtual meeting, sorry. This meeting will be held electronically. In order to ensure transparency, and audio recording of this meeting will be live streamed on YouTube on the Village of Merrickville-Wolford Committee's YouTube channel and posted on the Village's website. We'll call to order at 7:08. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest of the nature thereof?
No, there is none.
No.
None, noted. Approval of the agenda. I did change the agenda was okay. That's fine. So approval of the agenda as written.
I approve
Motion. Scott, was that you? Thank you.
Yeah, that's me.
I can second that.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, approval of the minutes from June 21st. So I did change the dates on the 21st, the minutes, because they were reversed. So it was May and June opposite. So I changed it to June 21st and to May 31st, and that's what was sent in, whatever, because the dates were incorrect. So may I have a motion to move the minutes as amended?
I'll move.
Thank you,
I'll
Sarah.
second.
Oh, that was Scott, then Sarah?
Sure.
Oh, was it? No, I had Sarah first. And
I
then
think we
looked
said it
up.
at the same time, so.
Okay, we'll do a Sarah Scott. Thank you.
Sure, perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah, that works.
And, okay, and so we'll accept them as written, as amended. Okay, so the update in the participation community better challenge. We just had a little discussion about this, Sarah, before you came on. Do you happen to know the complete standings?
I was out of
Mm-hmm.
cell service, so I didn't get to see it at the last minute, but I did see the top 50 standings, and we were unfortunately not in the top 50.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I can't see it in the app anymore, but it doesn't show our current standings. It seems to have eliminated the option to look into the Community Better Challenge after the end of June. So I only looked on my phone, but now that I'm on my computer, I can look up and see if the website had anything different, or if they'll do it after they post all of the standings at once. Like once they find their finalists, they may do a final standing.
I think that's what they'll do, because there is nothing on the website. And as of the night before, Doug, we were in 9th, and what did I send you that we got off the app? Do you remember?
I do not.
9th and 35, I think.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. No, 9th and 35, it rings a bell, yes.
Yeah, I think that's where we ended up, and that was the night before. We still had till midnight to enter, but that's what I had 2 people with it on their apps who told me that, and one said her app was closed, obviously because she had entered her time, and my neighbor put in her time for the day, and she had told me where we were still 9th and the 35th. So that's what I know as of the date, like at the 30th, but not at midnight. And then I was saying that, and the same as you saw, Sarah, that we weren't the top 5. We weren't included in the provincial ones. Do you recall the order that it was written in, Sarah?
The order of, sorry, the
The-
top 5 Ontario.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got North Grenville, Toronto, Ottawa, Collingwood, and Sarnia, but I don't know what brought on that order, if it was in ascending or descending order or just random order.
yeah, that's what I didn't know either. I just couldn't remember where, I knew the 5, I just didn't know how they listed, but there wasn't any quantitative value for it, so.
And it doesn't seem to say, it just says that this is a list by province and territory. So it doesn't say anything specifically about the order.
Exactly. But with that being said, do we want to go around the table and just have discussion about it and tell us your thoughts?
Sure. I
Okay,
think that everybody really did an awesome job with it. And I think that we learned lots of things that we can use for next year to move forward and do this again. And I think everybody should be really proud of the community showing in this for sure. I think it's a very positive outcome, and we look forward to participating next year for sure.
I agree. Sarah, Sarah?
No, I'm very impressed by how high up in the rankings our relatively small community was able to do with a fairly last minute start in the advertisement of the event. And I think it's only going to get better year to year, as we've brought so many more people's attention to the event. So I think every year we do it is going to be better and better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Mike or Doug?
I think Scott and Sarah have covered it. We should all give ourselves a pat on the back along with the community. So I think we're all looking forward to next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100% with Scott and Sarah, and also what Mike said. It's it Yahoo for the community, but you guys in the committee did a great job. So it's there goes the special pat on the back, as Mike just said.
Do you think it would be a wise idea to put out a thank you to the community in the Phoenix or the North Grenville Times or the North Grenville Times? Kind of do a roundup once we get more facts about it.
I
Yeah,
think
that would be a big-
Absolutely. And we have those pictures from our opening night kind of walk at the track that can accompany it. Just something to say, hey guys, look at the huge improvement in just a year that our community was able to do, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really nice idea for sure. I really like that.
So I'll reach out to the North Grenville and the record, the two of them, right? And the Phoenix.
in the Phoenix.
'Cause yeah, so I'll do the 3 people, the 2 that we had contact with the first time, and then the Phoenix as well. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
just
we
to-
won't get any. Sorry, go ahead, Doug.
I was just going to say, so what is it? Media, whatever it's called now, but that would get the Record News, Kemptville Advance, North Grenville Times, and the
No.
Phoenix.
Kemptville Events, thank you.
Now I don't.
Metroland Media. So hopefully we go. Sarah Culp is not Sarah Culp.
Ashley?
I think Ashley Culp is Record News, and Jennifer Western
Dorp.
Yeah. Sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's a good idea to reach out now, but it probably won't be put until the August issue, only because the final numbers won't be out until July 25th, I think they said, or the week of July 25th. We
Exactly.
won't be able to update our final standings until then.
Yeah.
And the Phoenix deadline is the 20th of July. So,
So maybe the
exactly.
September issue.
well, that's
Well, the-
okay. It's okay. Not
Yeah.
everybody reads the, not everybody reads the weeklies.
Exactly. So when we have real data, because it'd be interesting to see, the percentage of our community that participated, and that'll give us a good, maybe a target, something we can target for next time, to see the numbers. And I think we did an amazing job all around, and You know, it's, and if it wasn't for the people that participated, we wouldn't have, right? So that's huge. And I only heard a couple of things about the app. People didn't like the app. A couple of people had a hard time with it. So when I reached out to Participation, and one of the guy I reached out to, and even about the postal code, he was just like, well, if you have an issue, like, you know, let's deal with this next year. And these are really good thoughts. So because I was concerned that our postal code was going to get swallowed up. And they divide it differently. They divide it based on they had a conversation with North Grenville, because one of the people told us that we should go under 1JO. Or told me that we should be registering under 1JO. I said, you mean I have to tell everybody that we have to change our postal code to 1JO? This is crazy, you know? And then the other guy said, we know that KOG 1NO is Merrickville Wolford.
Good.
I said, great, thank you. So, sorry, excuse me. So anything else as far as the Better Challenge is concerned?
No, I think it went as well as we could have hoped for our first kind of true kick at the can. Last year, we really didn't, I don't even think we started until midway through June. It wasn't, it didn't come to our attention until it was kind of already up and going. So this is our first year to take it ahead of time. And I think it was a huge success.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the Merrickville Wolford amenities review. Did everybody happen to see the assets that are listed on the website right now? On our village website, did you happen to see the recreational assets that are listed?
No, I didn't see.
No,
on
I
the-
made a list myself, but I didn't even think to go look to see if they already had one created.
Okay, so do you want me to go over it and then we can add to it? I don't know how do you think this will work the best.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to try and pull it up right now.
Okay. Because we have, or Sarah, I can just read it off if you just want to click beside what you have.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I have, it's divided into Merrickville and Easton's Corners. So I'll start with Merrickville. There's the community center, the beach area for swimming, the beach area for kayaking, canoeing, or like with a canoe and kayak launch, and I guess a boat launch altogether. The beach area for miscellaneous, the library, the rink, the change house for the rink, the volleyball pit, the shuffleboard, the Toboggan Hill or Murphy's Mountain, and the Blockhouse Park. This is just on the website, okay? There's the fairgrounds, and there's the soccer fields, the track around the soccer field, the ball diamond, and the Merrickville play structure. And then the trails, the walking trails, there's the Woodland Toboggan Hill, the Limerick Trail, the Merrickville Limerick Trail, the Merrickville Ruins Depot to Dam Trail, the Historic Properties Walk, the Wetland Trails, and I'll just add now the River Walk, the one that was just done. The Easton's Corners has Centennial Hall. They have a rink. Doesn't specify indoor. We could put it covered, I guess. A ball diamond, a basketball court, tennis courts, play structure. Two ball diamonds. Two ball diamonds. Okay, perfect. And then under other, there's batting cage. I don't know if that still exists or not.
No.
Okay. And open spaces. Because we have vacant land, right? So that is a recreational asset, or could be deemed a recreational asset. So that's what's on the list that was garnered before. That's as of July 11th, 2016 is what the date on that was. So I just printed that off, and that's where it was. Sarah, did you have anything to add to that?
The only thing that I have that this doesn't have is the Scotch Line Trail up in Merrickville Estates.
Okay.
I don't know what's is at the end of Scotch Line Road. I can't remember the name of the road, but you take the first left as you go up Collar Hill. Yeah, Scotch Line Road. Right at the end of Scotch Line Road, there's a trail
Yeah,
that goes
That's
quite a
another
ways.
one.
One of them goes all the way down to North Augusta and the other goes east.
Jan,
Okay.
was that what you were, you said, I made reference to Limerick Trail? Would that
I
be?
think, I'm wondering,
Yeah.
I
That
think,
may
because
be
that
what-
goes into the, sorry. I hate this thing.
That
Sorry,
might be what Sarah's referring to, because it takes you to Limerick Forest. It's,
exactly.
It's the unopened road portion of Scotch Line at the end of, on the east side of phase 3 of Miracle Estates.
I was thinking what I'll do is, I went on the trails, the Trails District, the District Trails Society website to find out if there's any other ones that we could add. And I'll just go and I'll just check the location of that, because they have maps and start dates on it, and I'll just see if that's what it's called, the Limerick Trail, or whether it's something else. But that's a good spot.
One thing I might mention, I just thought of it as you were speaking. There is a map, and I'm not sure where it might be now. It's maybe dated, but it still stands. And that's a cycling routes. And
Exactly.
specifically, I mean, we have the shoulders paved between the railway overpass on the way to Kentville that takes you to County Road 23. But notwithstanding that, there is a map somewhere. It's quite, I don't know whether it's on maybe the Chamber link, but at any rate, cycling, you can cycle wherever you want, but there's some, it may be more of a, well, I'll just leave it at that. There is cycling.
There, it is, Doug, for sure. It's on the Merrickville Trail. It's in the Merrickville Trail. It's on the trails website. They
Perfect.
have a lot of them. They even have the ones, and I thought it's may not be an asset of Merrickville Wolford proper, but it's surrounding in the district. So you've got the connections, like the tip to tip out of Birds Rapids, and the Birds Rapids walking one, and they have one called Stony Steps, and they're to the Limerick Forest Trail. So I think that's the same thing as the Limerick Trail there. It kind of, duplicates there.
Just so you know, Stony Steps is the little creek in Ottawa on the north side of Birds Rapids. If you were going up Dwyer Hill, that little creek that cuts across. So as you're heading out of Birds Rapids, up to the right, you go up and that's what they call Stony Trail.
So those were all on the Merrickville, that was all, I got those all off of their website. Because they list the cycling trails, and they list Rideau trails. It's a really good website, actually. They show a lot for different areas. They have the depot included, they have the canal included, they have outside of our area as well. So the one thing that I was wondering was, the things like the gazebo, the Lions gazebo, is that the Lions or is that is it?
You talk about the pavilion at the Blockhouse
Yeah,
Park.
the
So
pavilion.
Yeah, that was a project of their 65th anniversary of being the Merrickville Lions Club.
Right.
And, well, they paid for it and built it. It is on Parks Canada property. To say who owns it, I don't ask Parks Canada, ask who's the president. Cal is the president of if you want to list it as an asset, I guess it would be similar to the pavilion, if you will, similar, different designs. So down at the beach, there are benches. If there's a picnic table, probably would fit underneath, but it's covered similar to the pavilion at the Blockhouse Park.
The other thing I was thinking about was the bird sanctuary. Because, recreational bird watching is a thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that would be something, but I think that the fact that we have one here and it's there, that might might do it. And the
Yeah.
other thing I was thinking about in those open spaces was, oh, sorry, I did print out the ones from the website. It was the Depot to Dam, the Merrickville Lock Station and Industrial Ruins, historic property walks, the Collar Hill Cemetery, entrance to woodland trails at the cemetery, the Woodland Toboggan Hill, River Walk, the River Paddle Trail, Cycle Merrickville bicycle routes. There's a brochure. Then Andrewsville, they talk about Nicholson Locks and vicinity, the Wiggins Pioneer Cemetery, and the Nicholson's, a short walk from Nicholson's. And they've got maps and brochures. So that's all listed on their site, on the trail site. But I was thinking about that lot 78 in Merrickville Estates and wondered if, because I know that was in lieu of parkland, right? So that to me is an asset of the town, and wondered at the same time, was there anything coming out with Parkview? Is there something out of the Parkview developments that will create recreational space?
Yes, and just to go back to your comment about Merrickville Estates, it's not in lieu of parkland. It actually is parkland.
Yeah.
They usually someone will get money in lieu of parkland.
Okay. Sorry.
And it is open space. I think some years ago there was a survey or
Yeah.
questionnaire, Merrickville Estates, to do something with it, and everybody likes it as, at least the last I recall, as open space, which is great. The point being, it belongs to the municipality, so nobody can do anything. It can be determined to do something rather than develop or that kind of thing. And Merrickville Grove, yes, it does have in their plan of development park space. And they have a plan to, when they finish building and so on, to say, okay, what would you like to see there?
Okay. So potential thing.
Correct.
Okay.
But
Okay,
it is definitely not, the expression is, cash in lieu.
Yes, I know. Understood.
There is going to be parkland.
Yeah. Understood. So that's what I was thinking of. Those are the assets that I was thinking outside of our list. So.
One more thing for the list. I don't know if I missed it, but I think I was just asking Pat. He was saying at the rink that there's also basketball nets.
That's true. Yeah.
Which is not on the list.
Thank you. At our rink here? Oh yeah. Okay.
There's basketball nets at the rink, and there's basketball nets at Easton Corners and the tennis courts as well.
Right. I knew about those ones. I forgot about the rink. Okay. So I'll update that list and provide it to the village.
Yeah.
I'll include it in our minutes so that then it can go forward to the town or to the office and down and up to council, and then go from there.
I
That
think
sounds great.
That's a great idea to capture it in the minutes.
Okay. Okay, anything else on the amenities review? I think that was predominantly so that when we were going to write our proposal to what we wanted to spend our money on, we could have expanded it, but wishful thinking for next year.
It might, I'm not sure if it's really recreational, but it's a couple of things that were mentioned earlier. It might be worthwhile at least noting, and because it's on municipal property, and that is the Lions Club community garden.
I actually talked about that, and I asked somebody about the community garden, to see who, again, it was like the gazebo thing, right? And I didn't know if it was our land, municipal land, or whether it was Lions, like the Lions Park, right? And the Lions Park, could that be included in this? Well, not really. But
well, you can make reference to it, but it's owned by Parks Canada.
Yeah.
And it's the lease is with the municipality, and the municipality allows because there's lease with the municipality, Parks Canada allows the Lions Club to operate a campground.
Okay. So the community gardens though is Merrickville Wolford property?
99.9% sure, yes.
Okay. Cool. I think that's a great asset personally.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on that? Then we'll go on to new business. Is there any new business?
I don't have anything new for tonight.
Sarah?
No, nothing new from me.
Dog park? Do we want a dog park? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well,
Yes,
sounds like
yes, please.
Somebody might want to do some business, but
Yeah.
here's a thought. Sorry, defer to the members if there was anything else of new business. If not, a suggestion might be, and just to think about, not necessarily to do anything this evening, but if you look at the, and I don't have it in front of me, but if one were invited to respond to participation, why your municipality deserves or warrants the $100,000, is to look at those questions.
Yeah.
Use that as a lens to look at some of our the assets that we do have and where there might be opportunities. Some you might identify and say, hey, you know what, we could do this without the $100,000 or plan to budget for from a municipal perspective. Whether it's an accessibility mat at the beach. I can't think what else, in enhancing, I don't know what, I don't want to fill in the blank today, but that might be something, if you share those questions with everybody and have it as an agenda item at a future meeting to think about, if we were doing, what would we say and why, and that might form the basis of opportunities for the committee to make a recommendation to council with a view to do, and again, you fill in the blanks. It may not generate anything specific, but it certainly puts folks' minds to looking at the assets that we do have already.
Absolutely, it's a great idea, and I did look at the questions, and one of the, did everybody got a copy of them, right? Did you actually take a peek at it? Because one of the ones is that the finalists will be evaluated on the following two components: the community score from the minute tracking period. And so it's the number of minutes as well as the number of unique individuals and organizations that is tracked during the challenge, while also factoring the community population into the final calculation. And then the other stuff is why you deserve to do it. And some of the things that they're looking at is that we declare the first Saturday in June as National Health and Fitness Day. So those were all things like in having plans, ensuring that staff are delivering physical activity initiatives are properly qualified. So high five, Don Palmer is a certified high five person. So I don't know if he's still in the village proper or if he's in North Grenville, but I didn't reach out when I found out, but I did look into the high five certification and something like that. If Deb, who does the fitness classes, if she is certified, then that's even more bonus. Now they end up finishing before June starts, I think. But maybe if that's part and parcel of where we're at, we can get them to extend it into June as just being another level of involvement. So, but I think that's a great idea to look at that finalist detail, and because I think using the grants and trying to get some, like maybe a relay, like kind of like the relay of life where you used to walk around the track, and maybe if we did that over a 24-hour thing, stealing right from North Grenville when they had a 24-hour tennis tournament, but so that same sort of thing, we just use what the products that we have, and we have a track that would accommodate a lot of people. So anyway, those are just things for next year maybe, but I think that it would be good to have a brainstorming time just before it ever happens or before the next the next round of this, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, with that being said, anybody else have anything? Okay, we'll move on to the next meeting date. Any need to meet in August?
I think it's always good if we could continue to at least touch base once a month.
Okay,
So I would like to meet again in August if that's possible.
so should we go to our regular time, which was it the third Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right?
Correct, yeah.
All day.
So that would be the 16th or the 23rd, Jan.
The
3rd and
16th.
4th.
Okay, so where did we sit? I think we got kind of mixed up when we were doing participation and meeting all the time. Does anybody have a preference?
Let me just take a quick look here at the schedule.
I won't be available the second half of August. That's all. That's my only restriction.
So it's sounding like the 16th, it would be good. August. 16th is going to somewhat be challenging, but Sarah, you're saying that you could do like the 23rd or you can't do the 23rd or the 30th, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
I
so
could
let's
do earlier, but I can't do those 2 weeks.
Could we try to maybe do something even on the 9th? Like the 9th would be really ideal for
Okay.
me. If it has to be the 16th, I'll try to make it work, but the
Nope.
9th of
I could do
August,
9th.
9th
So
of
if you-
August would be good.
The 9th of August works for me. So I think that's all good. It doesn't conflict with council, correct?
Correct.
No,
Perfect. So why don't we schedule for August the 9th at 7 o'clock?
Excellent.
May I make a suggestion, Madam Chair?
Absolutely.
Yep, check with the office to make sure that another committee does not meet on the second Tuesday of the month. If you know what I mean, because this Zoom account that we have can only be used by one person at a time or one entity at a time.
Yeah.
So in other words, if somebody else has a regular meeting already on the 9th, we won't be able to Zoom. So
Right. Okay, I will check on that before, and then I'll confirm with everybody. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you kindly.
All right. So unless there's nothing else, I'll take, if there's someone like to motion for an adjournment, I would take that motion.
I can motion to for adjournment.
Thanks, Scott. And a
I can
seconder.
second it.
Thank you, Sarah. So I therefore call this meeting adjourned at 7:41 on Tuesday, the 5th of July. And thank you all for playing and have a great rest of the week.
you guys as well. Thanks very much.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Take care.
Have a good night.
have a
Good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.